Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. Yeah, went ahead and did a thing after I'd say we weren't going to do it again. Hang tight, I'll share it with you. All right guys, welcome back. As you can see, I have a hammock that is hanging behind me. And I know that I said after our last article that we wouldn't be covering hammocks anymore because we had covered so many. And you know, there's only so many hammocks out there. But the truth of the matter is, the way the industry evolves and it grows and people with innovative ideas pop up, and we started getting requests to look at the Haven tent hammock. And it is supposed to be a perfectly lay flat hammock when put together properly. And what you have here is the Haven XL. And this is the first time that we actually decided to put this up. And so we're not going to do an extensive video on it, but what we wanted to do is just get it out, lay it out, and see it, how it went up, what it was like to get in it. Does it appear to us to be something that would weather the storm? You know, is it an actual storm shelter? And I've got to tell you, the initial reaction of most everybody on the team that saw this and looked around it and helped to deploy it said it's innovative for sure. And I know there are other flat lay hammocks out there, and we've looked at a few, and I got to tell you, this probably is one that I would recommend you taking a look at, because first of all, let's talk about the design of it. Derek from Haven is a very sharp individual, and he is an avid outdoorsman, and he put these together. He put the design out on this based upon his desires, his needs, the things that he wanted to accomplish. And it looks to me like he has ticked every single box that you might want. First of all, you know, the materials are very, very resilient. They're heavy duty. The XL isn't as heavy as the jungle version, but I am, you know, leaning towards that this particular hammock is going to be great for the average type of outdoorsman that doesn't require that heavier fabric. You know, I mean, if you're going to be doing some deep woods trekking, doing some long hunts, or being in parts of the world where lighter material might be compromised, then you might want to try that jungle. But right now, what I'm saying is what we've seen, and we're supposed to see the jungle. We don't have it here right now. But I'm thinking that for the most part, this guy right here is going to satisfy the needs of almost every outdoorsman, especially on the North American continent. Features I was talking about is, you know, the spreader bars that open up the shoulder and the foot box of the tent itself. And I'll be using those terms back and forth, tent and hammock, and you'll see why here in a second. But the spreader bars move this out to where there is ample room in there. I'm not a real little guy. I'm not real tall. I'm 5'8", 5'9", somewhere around there. The doctor keeps switching that on me, what I am or I am not. But I weigh in the neighborhood of about 200, 205 pounds, something like that. So I'm a little bit stout. And the key to laying flat in this is centering your gravity, your center line of gravity in the middle of the hammock itself, and you will lay flat. If you don't, you just got to adjust yourself. But what they've done with the features on this, you know, you see the toggles on all four corners. That is to be able to button down this fly. It comes with a fly, and you can also use the loops to stake it out from the back. You can see I did that there to be able to keep this from moving all over the place. We have about a 25-mile-an-hour wind coming across that cornfield behind me that would just flip this tent up and down if it wasn't tied down. You have those. You've got double egress zippered fly that's accessible from either side. You have got ample storage. You know, you get 2 carabiners from Haven to be able to hang your rucksack, your pack on the ridgeline. This is like a mule tape style of ridgeline. And then you've got the storage compartments. There's 1, 2, 3, one large one here. You got 2, you got 1 medium and another small one down there. You got a couple small ones here and a medium also. So you got plenty of room for storage on the inside, ventilation on each end. In the event of a massive rainstorm with high winds, you can actually button this thing down to, I mean, it really, unless you get flooded, it's not going to get into your living quarters at all. The mattress that comes with it is I believe a rated 4 insulated pad, and the bag that the pad comes in doubles as a bladder pump. You've seen those before. They work fine. It just takes you a little bit of while to do that. One of the accessories that Haven sent us to try out was their small little rechargeable air pump that worked like a charm. In about 1 minute and 20 seconds, this thing was all the way full, and you're not blowing your lungs out and you're not wearing yourself out with the bladder. But again, the bladder sure enough beats blowing it up with your lungs. The ridgeline is heavy enough to be able to hold just about whatever you want in this. I'm a firm believer with what I've seen. I could put my bag in here, my ruck in here. I could put my boots in here, because I'm not one of those that likes to sleep in his boots. I have, and I would if I have to, but I would rather them to be inside. So if it's busting down rain, this would be a shelter that's going to keep your stuff very, very dry. In terms of comfort, it's very, very comfortable to lay in. That was one of the things that Derek told me when I was speaking to him on the telephone, was that sleeping is to them the apex of a outdoors experience. And I've got to tell you, that I've humped out so pretty hard and pretty far, and get at the end of the day, man, I need to be able to sleep. And there has been some sleep systems that I have used that just really sucked bad. And when you're really, really tired, I mean, you could sit down in a ditch with rain in it and be soaked and still go to sleep. I've done that before. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want to do that, especially not at my age, where I'm at in life. I don't want to do that anymore. This is a great sleep. I haven't slept all night in it. I laid in this for probably about an hour while the wind was rocking me out here. And I really thought about throwing this fly up. I buttoned the fly down on the other side just to give you the look of the porch and with the fly buttoned down. But if I were to open up, the breeze would just blow right through here, and that would have really just put me to sleep. So we're stoked about doing a full video on this here. I just wanted to introduce it to you. For all those of you who've been asking, have we talked to them? Are we going to review one? What do we think? Well, our initial reaction is this is the real deal. He's done his research. He's done a lot of prototypes and had to redesign, went back to the drawing board several times, and we're pretty stoked about what's going to happen here. And we've decided to go ahead and do another video and an article, a comparison article. And the tarps that the hammocks that we're going to throw in there are an Eno, one by ENO. We're going to do a couple from Hennessy Hammocks. One is the Jungle XL, and the other one is the Survivor Man. And both of those are excellent. And then we're going to throw this guy in also. So we're going to do a 4-stack comparison. And this one's going to have an advantage over all 3 of the other ones. And it's the fact that you could set this up on the ground like a bivvy, or a small 1-man tent, 2 in an emergency. You could do that. And we'll be showing you how to do that, but it sits right on the ground with a couple trekking poles or bushcrafted poles. And it can provide you with the same type of protection and comfort all night long as you would as if you were hanging it up between 2 trees. You know, so I appreciate you bringing this to our attention, and we look forward to talking to you more about this. We're going to be waiting on, we've got a couple accessories that we want to put in the video also that we haven't seen, but I believe that they are on their way. And whether the jungle version gets here in time or not, we're still going to do this video. We don't need 2 of their hammocks to be able to do that. I can just talk to you about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So whenever that other stuff gets here, then we'll do that. You know, I'll just tell you what it is. There is a accessories pack, a value pack. It comes with the pump. It comes with whoopee slings, I think a patch kit, and a Ridgeline light. And we've been hearing a lot about that light. You know, everybody's just oohing and ahhing over that light. And I get that, you know. I mean, if you can incorporate that in there and you don't have to take it down, and it all packs down together, you know, that is what really attracts us. That's what attracted us to the Hennessy hammock. You got the snake skins on it. But this, I believe, is going to be able to be packed away all intact, I think. So we're looking forward to that. So again, thank you for the question, for giving us the heads up on this. And we will be back with more videos on the Haven XL. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.